Hey everybody, Joe Joseph here for thedailysheeple.com, and this is your news shot, SputnikNews.com. Yes, they say Google. Haha. Why, they have a new algorithm, if you will. Yes. And they say that it will hide RT and Sputnik articles and others as well. Interesting. That's right. Eric Schmidt, the executive chairman, it says, of Google's parent company, Alphabet, announced Saturday that the company will engineer algorithms that'll make it harder for articles from Sputnik News and RT appear in Google's news service. They basically said, quote, "We're working on detecting and deranking those kinds of sites." Okay, they say it's basically RT and Sputnik. That's what Schmidt said. However, deranking those kinds of sites. What kinds of sites are they, RT and Sputnik? Just out of curiosity. Outside of telling a lot of truth. And think about it. Whose best interest is it for the American people to know the truth about some of the nefarious things going on in Mordor, Washington, D.C.? I mean, it'd be in Russia's best interest. Why not? It'd be in ours, too. So, of course, they want it to be deranked. They don't want that kind of stuff. They want their propaganda to be pushed. They need their cognitive dissonance to be effective. They can't do that if you've got foreign governments broadcasting into other sovereign nations, a la, the America Free Radio or something, or Free Europe Radio. They have that stuff over in Europe, going into Russia. Now, I know Russia has forced them to register as foreign agents because that's what we just forced RT to do here. I mean, this is just nonsense. It's absurd. I would wonder how many of the Russian people out there actually are or have aggressive opinions or negative opinions towards Americans just in general. Because I can tell you, most of us here, Americans, don't agree with what's going on as far as this anti-Russia crap. And we don't believe it. We just don't. It's not true. But for some reason, this soap opera, this drama has to play out, and it's just done in the media. Average Joe Schmuckatelli doesn't give a rat's ass about it. But for some reason, it just has to keep going on and on and on and on. And it just takes up a bunch of time from our non-representing representatives. I guess it keeps them out of trouble to some extent, because if they focus on this enough, and they're not going to go to war with Russia. I mean, let's be real. It's not going to happen. All this does is facilitate, we have to boost the funding now for the, the defense budget. And look at this now, $700 billion. $700 billion. It was $600 billion last year, which is obscene. $700 billion this year? I got to say, $700 billion. Why? What, because of Russia? Because of North Korea? Are you serious? Has anybody seen the map of North Korea at night? There's like 3 street lights. It's unbelievable, Okay, so they could launch a missile. So could we. By the way, we're the only ones that have used it. Do I need remind anybody? We're the only ones that used it. So it's unbelievable, that there isn't more outrage with regard to this censorship that's going on by Google. It says Schmidt's response came after a guest in the audience asked the 62-year-old executive whether Google facilitated Russian propaganda. Oh, tell me that wasn't planted. The comments were in relation to larger discussions on the search engine's Google News service, which offers viewers a range of articles on certain topics. Schmidt later noted that he was very strongly not in favor of censorship, but that instead he had faith in ranking stories. Yeah, very strongly not in favor of censorship. I mean, can you be a bigger asshat than Eric Schmidt? I'm very strongly not in favor of censorship. What the hell is that? Giving insight on the capabilities of the new algorithm, the official did indicate that it would be able to detect repetitive, exploitative, false and weaponized information. Weaponized information. Good. I hope you turned it off towards the American servers and, the mainstream media, because good grief, they would all have to be deranked. I mean, if you're going to follow that standard, right? Just because it's Russia or RT, well, I mean, wouldn't you follow the same standard for everybody? What is this going to do to other independent media sites? You notice that he was vague about it. This was not just applying to RT and Sputnik. They're just the focus of his statement, but that's not. This is more encompassing. He says he's very strongly not in favor of censorship. Yeah. But that instead he has faith in ranking stories. Yeah. Censorship. Bury it. Well, it's still there on page 84. Exactly. Buried. And we're seeing it. We're seeing it in the independent media. When I first started this channel a little over a year ago, matter of fact, it was a year ago this month, there was 3,000 subscribers. And even at that level, if you go look at the view counts and everything else, it was a lot higher. It was a lot more unrestricted, a lot more up in the open, like the daisy was allowed to pop out of the soil and a flower would grow from time to time. Now, not so much. Now everything's buried deep. And those seeds, they're harder and harder to sow and bear fruit, So, of course they're censoring. I mean, we see it. It's god awful. But it's not the end all be all, and nor is Google. And that's what we have to remember and maintain our focus, folks, is that just because Google does this, just means that we have to do other things and be more dynamic in our approach, which is what we're doing. And I can't help but thank you, every one of you, for your support in helping us fight the good fight. Because this is going to come back to bite them. Rest assured. It always does. It takes some time, but it'll come back to bite them in the end. And when it does, I hope I'm here to see it with all of you. I'm Joe Joseph. This was thedailysheeple.com's News Shot. Feel free to comment below and visit our website at thedailysheeple.com. # wake the flock up. Have a great day, everybody.